Hello everyone and welcome to the Mega Profit Podcast. I'm excited for today and I hope you are too. The podcast is all about bringing you newbie internet marketers all the way through to the very best internet marketers and experts online. And boy, have we got a special treat for you today. My special guest today is absolutely awesome. I'd actually class him as one of the world's top internet marketers, but he's also fantastic at something else. I'm really excited. I actually met this guy a few months ago in London, I believe it was. He's one internet marketer I always look up to, and he really is going to blow your mind, guys. Now, he is, I would say, one of the experts in the industry, but he also got into something else, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to welcome on our special guest to tell you himself, the man, the myth, the legend. Sean, how are you, mate?
I am doing absolutely fantastic. Great to be here. And yeah, you know, it's a weird story, but the internet marketing side of things was almost an aside to my main passion and what I've done for the last 23 years. So coming from the corporate world, coming from the finance side of things, coming from, I would say, the back door into internet marketing, so to speak, it was only to supplement my core interest and passion, which is, funnily enough, stock market trading and later on crypto. I started in 1999 trading, working with, at the time I was in New York and Manhattan, working with some of the biggest banks, financial institutions, surrounded myself with stock market traders who were making bank, and that made me pay attention because I'm thinking, who are the richest people I know, who are the most wealthy people I know, who've got the most life freedoms I know? They're all stock market traders. So I'm like, well, okay, I don't want to go to Wall Street because I don't have an Ivy League education, but I want to learn. So learned a lot from them, lost a lot of money because, hey, guess what? I started in the middle or at the end of the dot-com crash, lost every goddamn penny I had. But that was a very valuable lesson is, you know, hey, guess what? Don't listen to experts with hot tips. Figure out how to trade yourself. So what I did was that set me on a journey of discovery, learning, literally, you know, not taking the hot tip from someone about what's going to go up because they don't give a shit about your money. But if you learn how to control your own money and learn how a simple process to trade so that you can trade efficiently, we'll get into a little bit more of that later on. But my basic goal was, I don't want to be glued to the screen. These are my basic premises. I don't want to be glued to the screens. I don't want to look at charts all day. I want to press a few buttons, walk away, let my money grow, and then come back tomorrow and see how it did. So literally, I wanted to build a system and an approach that allowed me to trade just 30 minutes a day, and that's it. Walk away and have the life. I mean, right now, I've taken 3 months off. I'm in Bangkok, Thailand right now. I'm usually based in Texas, the USA, but decided, you know what, I want to go travel a bit. So I'm over here in Bangkok. It's what time at night? 8 o'clock at night here at the moment. So it's 1 p.m. GMT. I have to do the math because I just swapped over all the time zones. But I'm basically motorbiking all over Thailand. I'm on racing circuits. I've just bought a Harley Davidson.
And it looks awesome. It looks amazing, mate. It really does.
I bought that yesterday or over the weekend and picked it up on Saturday. That's what I've spent the day doing. I was just going all over the place, just having fun. And that's what life should be about. I mean, we talk about time freedom, financial freedom, but very few people actually are able to do it. Well, it's what I've built my life around. And that's really what it means for me, is what I do allows me to have that life and not worry about stuff. That's very freeing indeed. Anyway, that's the kind of the quick version of it. But yes, I've been stock market trading since 1999. About last 7-8 years, I've been involved with crypto, maybe a little bit longer. And that's kind of where we're going to be focusing on, because that's a 24/7, 365 market open to anyone in the world, even with the smallest accounts. So it doesn't matter what the markets are doing. That's where I like to play, because it doesn't matter if the markets are up, down, sideways. You can make money.
Yeah, that's awesome. I actually thought you started. I didn't realise you came from stocks into, or trade and into internet marketing. I thought you started in internet marketing, so that's a really interesting insight there, because you are literally.
Well, the secret, the little secret I've never really told anyone is internet marketing. All the businesses, all the products, everything I do feeds my trading. I take a skim off the top of everything I do, and I invest in myself first. I put that, every dollar I make makes me 10 more by trading it. So everything I've ever done in internet marketing, businesses I've purchased, SaaS platforms I've set up, automatically goes into, the profits go into my trading, and I turn that into 5, 10, 20 times more over time. And then compounding, which I won't go all nerdy, but with the power of compounding and taking that capital up, yeah, that's what allowed me to do a metric F ton more than most people ever dream of.
That makes complete sense to me, because obviously with internet marketing or anything you do, you have to put in quite a bit of work. Whereas when you get crypto and those kind of things that you're doing automated, it just grows that money even more. So you're practically, your money's actually working for, instead of you putting in the hours.
Absolutely. I turn every dollar into an employee, and it better have a good return.
I love that. I love that. So how does the market look? Because everyone, I know people watching, if you're not into crypto, don't worry, guys. You know, we've got the kind of the man here who really does know. But how does the market look at the mix? Because to me, I obviously hold quite a bit of cryptos, and I don't know if you guys watching do. There's a lot of fear, and people are scared at the minute.
Well, this year has been very bad for holders. Now, here's the thing. I don't hold crypto. Just to give some context, the main market, the main stock market, has been bearish most of this year. And crypto very closely follows the main stock market. So a lot of what I do in the main stock market, I also do in crypto. Same strategies, very similar, apply to any trading vehicle. So right now, yeah, the markets have been down, down, down. And those people who've been holding have been feeling a lot of pain. I don't hold crypto. I trade it. And it doesn't matter if the market's going up, if it's going sideways or down. I make money in any market. So, for example, we trade what's called primarily the 4-hour window time frame. Okay. So that means one bar every, if you look at a chart, one bar every 4 hours, and we trade that. So when it's trending up, guess what? We're in until it's no longer trending up. If it's going down, guess what? We trade it and short it. I won't go into the mechanics of the different terminology, but if it's going down, we trade it going down. If it's going up, we trade it going up. If it's going sideways, guess what? We step aside and find one that is trending. Now, the beauty of this means I don't care what Kim Kardashian had for breakfast, what Elon Musk tweeted, what any politician is saying or doing, what the Fed is doing, what interest rates are doing, what all the noise and all the bullshit in the news, irrelevant. All I do is I look for one thing on a chart, and if that thing happens, the trade sets up, the trade goes on until it's made me money. And if it hasn't made me money, guess what? I step aside and say, okay, next. And that's it. It's a mechanical process. I'm all about systems. Wayne knows this. We're both nerds.
Yep.
But you don't have to be a math nerd. You don't have to do anything other than follow a simple rule-based system, which has 3 steps. We look for this condition. When that happens, guess what? You get an alert, boom, boom, boom. Great. Trade goes on until it gives you an exit. And it's simple. It really is so simple. I've trained kids to do this.
Yeah.
And it's literally the best video game in the world because it makes you money. I mean, people talk about, hey, what's the one business that I can start that, let me just throw this out there, because we've got a lot of entrepreneurs out there who are looking for a way to start a business the easiest way. To me, trading is the absolute easiest business you could ever create. You don't need a product, you don't need marketing, you don't need all the other BS that comes with it. You don't need to deal with Zuckerberg and Facebook ads, YouTube ads. You don't have to deal with customer support, copywriting, or anything like that. You open up your phone, okay? You get a notice. Oh, okay, boom. There's a setup on XYZ crypto, and there are hundreds of them. We only trade 20, by the way, only 20. And I can look through them, boom, 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 while I'm having a cup of coffee in the morning. Oh, there's a setup. Great. Okay, boom, press another button, place the trade, put my phone down, get on with my day. Literally, I only trade 30 minutes a day, and that's the whole process. And then guess what? I may look at it in the morning, may look at it in the evening. Right now, I'm 12 hours ahead than my friends in America. So, boom, guess what? When it's my night, it's their morning, their morning, it's my night. So I look at it twice a day, hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars around, boom, 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 boom. I'll take my skim. I mean, I'm averaging right now anywhere from 15 to 20% per month. Returns. Now, per month. The average hedge fund on Wall Street, the so-called experts, they're lucky if they scraped in 2021, we're still in 2022, so we haven't got this year's results yet, but 2021, 12.6% for the year. Now, as retail traders, that's what we are. Okay, I'm not a big institutional trader, I'm a professional trader, that's my profession, but I'm not on Wall Street. We're retail traders. We have a lot more flexibility and, again, the opportunities to go in, check the markets, boom, 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 and move money around very quickly. The cool thing with that is it's mechanical. It's almost an algorithm. It's a rule-based system. 3 things, if this sets up, if this happens, and this happens, 3 check boxes, place the trade and move on. Now, the cool thing is you can start with a very small account. You can build up over time because you have the compounding. Say, for example, just to use $1,000. If you had $1,000 and you did 10% a month, in month 1, guess what? You've made $100. Doesn't sound like a lot. But the month after that, instead of $1,000 to trade, you now have $1,100. The month after that, guess what? You're up to $1,220, and so on. So that builds up quickly over time. And that's the whole point of this. So you can start very small. You can even start with $100. It's going to take you longer to get there, but it's the process. I started 23 years ago, okay? And I was nowhere near as good as I am now. So I can help people, and this is what we're going to be talking about, is we're doing a training coming up. I think it's Wednesday, if my memory is correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, Wayne.
It is, yeah.
But we're going to break down exactly what I do and how it works, what we look at, the exact processes, the rules, the criteria. Literally, I'm going to pull back the curtains and show you everything we do that you can too. And again, it's a lot of content. It's a lot of literally, here's what I do exactly. I'm going to give you the recipe, the formulas, the process, everything on that training, and show you exactly how you can set this up and get rocking and rolling as well.
Yeah, it is awesome, guys. One of my questions was gonna be to you, Sean. Like, a lot of our guys are sitting in the audience. They probably think, crypto, that sounds confusing. It's not, guys. Trust me, Sean has made it so simple, so simple. One of my questions was going to be, how would you tell the guys to start out? I mean, there's probably they could go out there and research a ton and teach themselves. I'll let you explain, 'cause that's probably what you did, Sean.
Well, the way we get people, or we recommend people start, is you don't risk a dime in the first month. Don't want anyone risking a single dime to go live. You can practice. We have a 90-day sprint, and this is how we work it out, okay, or what we recommend to every single student. Start the first 30 days paper trading, which means you don't risk a single dime. You can get a virtual $100,000 to practice the system, to practice the approach and perfect it. That means there's no risk. You're not throwing any money away while you're learning. Okay, so you do it for 30 days that way. Track your trades. We show you how to do all that. And then after 30 days, when you're confident, you start saying, oh shit, this is working. I got it right. We can help you course correct, and we'll talk about that in the training, how we can guide you through that and some of the stuff that we do. And then we can guide you through that, make sure, hey, you know, you're having problems here. That's okay. We can fix that. Here's how you do that. That way, there's no risk while you learn. You perfect that, you get that going, you get consistent results, because we want you to be a consistent, predictable, and profitable trader. Okay, because that frees up everything. Once you do that for 30 days, you start small in the next 30 days. Start small. I don't care if it's $5 per trade. Doesn't matter. Size is irrelevant, but it's a psychological difference when you put real money on versus monopoly. There's a switch. So we want you to turn down the volume, so to speak, so that you're not sleepless about any trade. But you can risk a cup of coffee, okay, on a trade. And when you start getting the same results, you prove it to yourself. You can do it with real money as you can with, the paper trading. Guess what? You're confident, you've got the system down. Now you can do it with very small trades. All you do is scale from there. So once you've done it for 30 days, very, very small, and you're like, oh shit, it does work with real money as well as pretend money. Now you can scale to the point where you're comfortable. So just to use simple numbers, if you started with, say, $1,000, just for a quick, simple one. In phase one, guess what? Doesn't matter. You're paper trading. Phase two, maybe you'll do, like I said, $5, $10, $20 a trade, whatever you're comfortable with. Everyone's got their own comfort zone and number, so boom, you start off small. When you go to phase three, maybe you're doing $100 a trade. Maybe you're only doing $50 a trade based on your 1,000 starting point, okay? We want to turn that dial down, but as you start getting consistent results, guess what? Every month you're doing it, it scales. Every time you slice your capital up into, say, 10 pieces, $100 a trade, well, guess what? When you increase your capital, that every month, that as it expands, becomes bigger and bigger chunks. But your level of comfort also rises with the level of your portfolio account and your comfort zone. We've got people who've started with $50. We've got people who've paper traded for 2 or 3 months until they're confident enough, boom, and then they go live. We've got people who've jumped in with $1 million because they've finally got a system that actually freaking produces results. Awesome. And it's based on over 23 years of doing this in the stock market, bringing it over to crypto, refining it. And again, because crypto is a 24/7, 365 market, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, what you're doing, and you can start off with the smallest account possible and scale from there. I mean, we've got people who start with $100, and then every month, guess what they do? They add in $100 more, and then another $100 every month. That can 10x your results just starting with $100 alone. If you just did $100 and then boom, 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 well, yeah, eventually you'll start making good money. But if you compound and add in, this is what I've done for 23 years, I mentioned earlier on. Every business adds into my portfolio, that can 10x the speed of results. So everything is up to you where your comfort level is. But the main thing is it's based around a very simple algorithmic system that anyone could do in the world.
That's awesome. I'll tell you what I find really fascinating, Sean. Could you imagine a real business, okay, where you can literally run a business with zero money to see how it turns out? You can't do that, can you? I just thought, I can't pretend to do internet marketing with pretend money to see how it goes. You can't do that, can you? Whereas with this, with paper train, you can.
Simulate
No.
Excuse me. Just goes to show its life, but you can't take a shoe shop on a high street and practice.
No, you can't.
Open the doors, let customers in, getting inventory. You can't do it. This is the one business you can prove it to yourself, Brilliant. Practice live, and then say, well, shit, this works. This works for me. I can do this. Great. Now I can do it for real. There's no other business that allows you to do that. And like we said, no product, no marketing, no try to please Zuckerberg or Elon Musk with Twitter or anything else like that. No copywriting. You don't have to wear all those hats. You only need one skill. anyone can learn, and when you master it, and this is a bold statement, but it's absolutely effing true, is you will never worry about money again, and no one can take that skill away from you. When you learn this, if I could just scream from the highest building in the world one message, if I could go jump in a DeLorean and hit 88 and go tell myself when I was a kid one thing, it would be learn to effing trade. Because Jesus, if I could go back and talk to my 10-year-old self and say that, well, I'll be way further ahead than I am now, and I'm very comfortable right
awesome.
now, but I'll be even further on.
So guys, sorry to cut you off there. Have you got any questions, guys? Any questions for Sean? Sean said he loves answering questions, much like me. This shows people's knowledge when they want to do this. Sean is an absolute master. Now,
while you're getting some questions, let me show some stuff that we're doing right now.
Brilliant. I'll just share your screen.
Let me see if I can hit the right button in the right order. All right, let's do that. And then what I'll do is try not to put us into infinity. Oh, actually, I've got a trade that just started. So let's have a look at this. This is dot. Okay, so
can't see your screen, mate, for some reason.
All right, I'm trying to share. Let's see if I can do it again. All right, so share screen. All right, I'll try and share that one. All right, does that show now?
Ah, yes, that does. So I'll just show it to everyone.
All right, so this is one that literally just set up. So I can go place this trade. This is one. What we do is we classify trends. You can see this market's going down. This one's going down. It went up here. So what we do is we primarily trade green zones. This is on a 4-hour chart. Don't worry about it. We'll walk through this in a lot more detail on Wednesday. But this one just set up. I've got some active trades going right now. This one's up 3.2%. This one's up 1.98. This one's up 3. No relation to Wayne here, but this is Crow. Algo set up. That one's teasing and doing some stuff. That just set up a little while ago. But just to give you some recent results. So this one should show up now. Let's have a look. Okay, so these are some recent results. Matic up 28%. Uniswap, or that was Uni USDT, which these are just the names of some cryptos, guys. 9.42%. Double dip on one called Elron, 6.5 and 3.4% growth. 13% profit there, 14.473 there, and a 6.5. And the thing is, this just increases every time, and I can have 10 trades on at a time, each one growing. Here's some I posted earlier on today. This is November the 7th when we posted this. Another one, actually, I've had quite a few today, actually, that have set up, even some that profited almost immediately, but I set these up just a little while ago. So that's what we do, guys. I mean, it's literally find it. This, I've got a few set up right now that I'm just waiting on confirmation. So here's a few that you can see have done very well, been trading those, but I'm just waiting for a new setup on these. And this is what I was talking about. These are, that's, let's see, 7.93% there, 4% there. And this is just what I do, is I go through, flick through. These are in what we call the staging area. So these ones are awaiting the setup for trade. So you can see we got these green zones. We'll talk about these. These are called trend phases. This is very important that we'll talk about in the training. And I'm just waiting for these to set up. And when they do, guess what? If the trade sets up, the trade goes on until they make me money. For example, just looking at this one, there's a trade here that made me money. There's another trade waiting confirmation here. We've got, let's see, BNB here. This one was a trade here that profited. Another trade setting up right now that we're waiting for. And these ones, like I said, we're just waiting on these. This one was set up. It made money here, it made money here, made money here. I will show you how to do all this. There was one in there, but I was away racing at that weekend, so I missed that one. That's okay. I don't care. There's plenty of others. This one right now is dipping, so this one will probably cancel itself out. That's okay. I don't care. But if it comes back and it does what I want it to do, yeah, the trade will go on. Here's another one here. This one has set up. I'm just waiting for it to make the move. And when it does, the trade will go on. Same here, waiting for that. Just waiting to see. This one actually, it's getting very close to setting up. So yeah, we'll see. And like I said, we'll walk through all of this in the core training that we're going to do on Wednesday. But yeah, we'll show you exactly. Oh, this one actually set up, and okay. I'm going to move that over to active trades, and yeah, we'll have some fun with that. That's the one we were just looking at. So yeah, that's set up. I'm going to move that over to active trades, and I'll place that trade in just a few moments once we're done here. So just to give you an idea, guys, I mean, that's what we're going to be. Yeah, that is just a snapshot, and guess what? It literally takes me as long as it does to drink my cup of coffee, and I'm pretty quick at that. Flick through a few, and like boom, boom, boom. Oh yeah, there's a trade like we just did. I'll go place that trade. And all I do is when I do that, I open up my phone, open up my crypto app. Okay, boom, 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 press a button, trade done, get on with my day. And that's what I've done for 23 years and made a metric F ton of money by doing it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
there you go. That's absolutely awesome, Sean. So guys, I've seen a few questions. How do I get started on these other things? Well, Sean, if you want to tell them, or let's tell them that we're doing a live training for you guys.
The live training will walk you through everything, even the exact process in more detail that I just went through. You can start with as little money as you like. There's crypto exchanges all over the world. Literally go with the biggest names. It doesn't matter what country you're in, except North Korea. And if you're in North Korea, you're not watching this training anyway, so that's okay. But if you can watch what we're doing right now, you have everything you need to trade predictably and quickly with crypto.
Awesome. How to register? I'll put the link in, guys, so you can register for that live training. But Sean, I'm pretty sure we could have sat here speaking for about another 3 hours.
This gets me on my soapbox and passionate about this. This is actually my number one passion outside of motorbikes and doing all sorts of other crazy shit. But this facilitates that, so it's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, and guys, I have been trained by Sean before. And it is absolutely awesome. Even if you're brand new, you don't understand crypto or trading, or those graphs looks complicated, it does not matter, okay? Jump on this training.
Zero experience, zero knowledge. We'll give you all the skills, everything you need. Anyone can do this. We've got people in their 80s doing this right now, and and they've never even looked at crypto before. But this, again, tickles the button, so to speak.
Yeah, awesome. Sean, it has been great to have you on, mate. Guys, let me know if you enjoyed this Mega Profit podcast. We'll think of a new name at some point, but that was just rolled off the tongue. I'll put the link in so you can join us on Wednesday. It's at 3 p.m. UK time, 10 a.m. EST from memory, but you'll see it on that link. I'm excited, guys, for it. You need to be excited for this. And Sean, thanks very much for taking some time and jumping on. Can't wait till Wednesday, mate. Take care, everyone.